Kenobi's corner, Kenobi's corner, Kenobi's corner.
Okay, dude, so I started telling you.
Okay, why didn't you get any sleep?
I didn't get any sleep because I don't know what happened. I was just a lot of thoughts on the mind. Stuff's been going on at home. So I just couldn't sleep. And, so 10 o'clock, start doing laundry. Baby's asleep, wife's asleep. 11 o'clock, midnight, we're at 1 o'clock. Like, I wake up, hey, oh shit, I got to put everything in the dryer. So I'm walking to the kitchen, and it's pitch black in the house except for the front light of the the front door light.
Yeah.
And I can see this white apparition.
Lies. They don't exist.
It's waist high, and it's kind of has a white glow to it, and I'm oh shit, is this happening? I stopped, and it was I was having a stare down. I was oh, is this how it's gonna happen? This is where the demons come and just take me away.
Oh my god!
But I didn't run or I didn't scream or anything like that. I didn't run back to the room and tell the wife. I just was okay. So I just started walking toward it. And I was well, if it's gonna happen, let's do it. It's go time.
Oh my god!
And it wasn't until I got right up on it that I was oh, it's a freaking shirt. I forgot. I hung up. It was
on the door?
It was on a hanger, and it was it was on the bar. I was oh yeah, I forgot I put up a shirt. All right, friends, welcome to Kenobi's Corner. I'm Eric, and with me, as always, my compadre, my ambassador Quan, the guy sitting across from me, Jonathan.
Yeah,
man, that's
extra titles this week.
I know. I think I'm gonna start giving you titles every week, and we'll see how it goes.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
But yeah, welcome back, everybody. Just wanted to say thank you for being you and all that you do.
Yeah.
Coming out and hanging with us. We got a lot of great news this week. A lot of stuff happened. Some Marvel news, of course, as always. Oh yeah, I forgot. We're Kenobi's Corner.
Yeah.
What
do we do, Eric?
We talk about video games, comic books, sci-fi, fantasy, and everything we find interesting in between. So if you don't know, now you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know I started to jump right into it just because I wanted us to get this going, because I think I am, but a lot of it is crazy news, and I feel this probably might be our longest episode to date.
I don't know, dude.
3 hours long. So
it's just news.
3 hours long. Buckle in, sit tight, because it's going to be a long ride. I don't know what that means.
I don't know either.
Damn it.
You see, you just promised you weren't going to cough.
I just did, I know. So, side story. Okay, so we talk I don't know if I ever told you this, but before the wife and I got married, we talked about conditions that were pre-existing conditions that we couldn't fault each other for. If it was something natural, we couldn't be upset about it.
Yeah.
So I told her if you ever get a cough that lasts 6 months, I couldn't get upset with you for that, because it's just natural. It just happens.
Yeah.
So a year into our marriage, something happens. The winds blow in South Texas. She has a cough.
Yeah.
For 8 freaking months, man.
Mm-mm. That's too long.
But I couldn't. Yeah, that is too long.
Look, it's 2 months past what you guys had agreed on, so I feel it's warranted if you would have gotten upset.
No, I mean I couldn't, because who would have known? Who would have thought?
I mean, nobody would have known.
Yeah. I am shit. I am.
You see, this is already. It's going to be bad. Okay, go ahead.
It's going to be terrible.
You are what?
I am 2 months into this, and I feel like it's been 2 months. Still just trying to make it, man, and this is dumb.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably more like a month. But it feels
either
longer.
way, it's definitely dumb.
DUM dumb. You know what else was real dumb? We lost somebody that was super great, and we didn't even get to talk about it last time because we started our show super. We recorded it earlier.
Yeah, we record Thursdays normally, so it was Saturday, I think, when the news hit. So
yeah, the Adam West passed away.
Yeah, man.
But it wasn't like he was super young. He was up there close to being 90, but it's still hard, especially since he was really still involved in a lot of projects, still doing Family Guy stuff, still doing, just being active and out there in the acting community.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he just seems like he seemed like a really cool guy. I meant to look for a podcast where they talked about him. Mm-hmm. I couldn't find it, and I got tired of looking, and because I wanted to show it to you, that way you could see some of the stuff that he had done. But it was somebody had talked to him. I can't remember the exact situation, but somebody did something where they got in contact with Adam West, and he was just the coolest guy through that entire situation.
Oh, right on.
Like, helped out, like, did interviews, did a bunch of stuff, and it was just out of the kindness of his heart, just because he loves the fans. He loves the fans who like him from the Batman stuff. And I mean, it's one of those things where, he's one of those actors that kind of got typecasted in like after the Batman series. So the Batman series, and he was so iconically known for it, and it seems like after the series ended, even though it lasted only 3 seasons, like afterwards, more people found it, more people got into it. It just became bigger and bigger and bigger as time went on.
Yeah.
And it tended to not give him the opportunities, or it seemed like it didn't give him the opportunities to do other things, just because it was so much of him as Batman.
Yeah.
And even through that, like, in coming out from that and coming out the other side, he was still super gracious and super kind and super nice about things. So, like, that's awesome, and it really sucks to see him go, man. Because I really liked his Batman. His Batman was cool. Like, I don't know for you if it was one of the things you grew up watching or saw when you were a kid. I know for me it was.
Yeah.
I don't have a ton of memories. It wasn't like one of those things that I watched it all the time.
Yeah.
But I did get quite a few opportunities to see it, and every time it was on, and I did happen to catch it, because back in the day, like, it wasn't easy to, it wasn't always on a set schedule or always in this particular place, or you had to get to the TV at a particular time to make sure you watch something. And I didn't always have that, but when I did, and when I did find it, man, it was so much fun to watch. Like, it was just ridiculous, and he brought such life to the character, and I don't know if we would be where we're at with superhero TV shows and comic shows and just all that kind of stuff in general if they hadn't paved the path that they did a long time ago. And it's not all him, but he did have a big part of it, playing that role.
No, you're absolutely, you hit the nail right on the head, dude. Like, that's exactly, his definitely paved the way for just the way that these shows are perceived and the way that, actors, just the way that they act, and just in general, just it's a great start for the entirety of, like, the whole series and coming to, like, a main stage. The Huffington Post actually had a great interview with him. I'll put it in the description as well. So just take a look over it. It's pretty brief, but it's just kind of like just a brief history of his life, how he felt about acting, and how he perceived, like, the Batman character just throughout history. And so, and his impact. So I think it's a good little read. So if you get a moment, definitely go on through, check it out, see what you think.
Heck yeah, man. Every time we do one of these things, it's always tough to transition out of it. But I mean, we move on.
Yeah.
Hard
pivot.
Hard pivot. And sometimes it sucks, but gotta keep going. To kind of get out of that area and go right into something that another thing that we missed from last week, just because of when we record, was the Black Panther trailer that dropped. Man. I think it was that night, even on Thursday night. Yeah. But dude, I don't think I've been so excited with the trailer dropping as much as I was with this one.
Yeah, it kind of came out of nowhere. I don't think I was expecting it. I know they released the poster the day before, and
it was horrible.
You didn't like the poster?
No, to me the poster looks god awful.
Oh man,
take another look at it.
Well, it's just him sitting on the. Well, his head does look superimposed.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I see where you're going. With it.
Because it's just him on the throne. His, like, it looks like the only part that's an actual photo is his head, and it looks completely just photoshopped in there, like not even well done to try to make it blend in with everything, because it's super sharp and crisp, and everything else kind of has this little bit of a haze because there's a sunbeam coming through. It doesn't look good. It didn't look good to me at all. I was like, this is bad. Like, why are they? What are they doing? They're just giving us this kind of stuff for what? Like, what's the point of doing this? Because this looks horrible. And then the trailer came out, and I just about pooped my pants when I saw it. I was like, dude, this is the most amazing thing ever.
No kidding, man.
Oh my god, it's freaking good, dude. Like, it's really good. I don't know if it's just because I wasn't expecting it. They hadn't had a whole lot of, like, news coming out of it. They've done a pretty good job of also keeping it very secret. There's a lot of times a lot of set photos that come out that give away parts of the story or how things are going to be. This one, it seems like it's laying the groundwork. People have already, I mean, I tried not to do it too much, and usually I try to do it only for the first trailer when it comes out because it's still so far removed that things might not be entirely accurate, but I went in a deep dive of, all the people doing breakdowns of the trailer and trying to guess at what was what and what things are happening. Man, if those things are true, it's going to be amazing. If they're not true, I'm still hopeful for it. Just everything about it, though, visually, the music, I thought was really, really cool. Like, it just captured a cool tone to it. Yeah. Dude, the cinematography in this already, from just this teaser trailer itself, holy crap, man. That's some of the best cinematography I think we've had in the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe so far.
You think so?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Because the last one that I think was getting somewhere where we actually saw some nice things was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Like, that's some really, really cool stuff.
I thought that was good, but I don't know, man. Civil War and The Winter Soldier,
really?
Man, those two still hold up for me, man.
Oh, God, those for me are some of the worst.
Oh, how can you say that after you've watched Thor 2?
Dude, no, Thor 2 is amazing. Don't you dare knock that movie.
Okay, we're
going to not that the cinematography is amazing, because, like, in all honesty, it's like everything is at the lowest part of the scale that you can get, like where it's okay, where it's not so bad that it detracted from it, but it's not so good that you're like, this is an example of what cinematography should be. I think that's where all the Marvel movies have been so far, up until Doctor Strange. I think Doctor Strange was the first one to break the mold on it and to really do a decent job of making things like really pop and really come out and just make it beautiful for your eye to look at, rather than just being like, okay, here's a scene of stuff happening.
Yeah, I think because we both look at it from different things, and we both expect different things when we go to see these movies. Yeah. I know you look for that specific imagery, and you want those things to kind of pop.
Yeah,
and for that, and for what the filmmaker, the production designer or the cinematographer does. Yeah, she's pretty well known for that. Yes. So I think that's awesome.
I'm glad they did that though, because they've done that before. Which one was it? I want to say it was Civil War or one of them. Damn it, I can't remember. One of the movies they also did get somebody who's very much known for cinematography. Like, he's not just your run-of-the-mill cinematographer, like somebody off the shelf. Like, he does really good stuff in really good movies. But when he did the Marvel one, it didn't look anywhere near as good as the rest of his projects. Like, it was one that, I mean, it's almost like a black mark on him. For doing what he did in the Marvel movie that he did. And dude, for it to pop this much, like, this is really the cinematographer like coming through. And I think it's a lot to do with the overall feel of how the cinematic universe is starting to take shape. Where before it was meant to kind of be a little bit more drab, a little bit more toned down, not as poppy with certain things. I really think they're kind of starting to break out of it. I really want to believe, and I don't know if this is 100% true, but I want to believe that it was Doctor Strange that started breaking that mold, because they started getting into things like magic and into different dimensions and making things not just of this world. And that's what seemed like was really kind of keeping it down and drab and at a certain tone color-wise. And this is just breaking out of it more and more. Kind of like being washed out, yeah. So like Doctor Strange was the first one to kind of break that mold a little bit. Guardians of the Galaxy took it a step further when they did theirs, because that movie was really beautiful, like, and had some really cool stuff. This just took it like light years, above that, because this is, I mean, it's good. It's on par with one of the best ones. And I mean, granted, we've only seen the teaser trailer, but there's already a bunch of stuff that's popping out at you when you see that kind of stuff, like the night scene. When they're encountering the Black Panther, from what it seems like that Jeep's coming in.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So you like the dogs barking at him in the tree. You have like the dark tones of everything, but then they're contrasted by like blues and greens. And then when the gunfire starts, like everything is lit up with this bright orange for like little flashes of stuff that happens here and there. That's beautiful. And that's with intent. That's not, hey, like, let's bring up the light a little bit. Let's get everything of gray tone. And that way you can see everything that's going on. This is like very intentionally the mystery of stuff happening, the color with intent of what's going on, and really making you feel like eerie, mysterious, cool tones, and then all of a sudden like really sharp, like, oh crap, everything's going down. It's like that kind of stuff is what intrigues me and what I like about movies and film in general. And dude, this one is it so far it looks masterful. And I don't want to put the chicken before the egg, or count the chickens before they hatch, or count the chicks before they hatch. I don't know the expression, but I don't want to say this is going to be the best one of all time or the best Marvel movie.
Let's start using just all three.
It really just feels like it, though. It feels like this is going to be the one that's like, dude, yes, a Marvel movie has set the space for this being visually amazing when it comes to cinematography, because they got it down on visual effects. Nobody's knocking the visual effects. I'm not knocking the visual effects.
Who's knocking the visual effects?
I don't know. Not me, because the visual effects have been absolutely amazing. But cinematography has been missing, and this feels like it's a giant leap forward from what they've been doing so far. I'm done. I said my piece. I've talked way too much. That was like the last 10 minutes of just me ranting. So no more rants. You know what? I might have like 3 more, but that's okay.
I think we got a few more rants going on, so...
We will definitely have a few more rants.
At least 3, I feel.
Like the next subject, I don't even know if I want to move. Maybe I'm just trying to talk through this subject a lot so that we can stay here and just completely eliminate what we're supposed to talk about next.
Yeah. No, we got to talk about it.
Do anything else that you want to say about Black Panther before we move on then?
No, I'm excited about it. I want to see it.
I'm super pumped. Pumped. This was exactly what a teaser trailer should have been, and got me excited for it on a level that I didn't think I could get excited for with a teaser trailer.
Yeah.
And that is awesome, and I can't wait for this movie to come out.
Especially since I know very little about Black Panther itself.
Yeah.
And I wasn't I was like, really kind of Black Panther? Like, how are they going to fit it in? But I guess it really is the perfect transition from Captain America, Iron Man, because that's where Captain America got his shield from, and I guess it only makes sense to kind of go further down that rabbit hole and see other people with those powers. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, heck yeah, it's really cool, man. I'm excited. I'm really excited. Like, now that we know Thor's coming, we know Thor's down the line. It's going to be here sooner than we know or feel, or I'm not. It's gonna feel like it's gonna come real quick. That always happens. It's always like, it's so far away.
Yeah.
And then it ends up being like right in our faces before we know it. And damn it, man, like it feels like such a long time for Black Panther, but I'm super excited for this movie to come out. If this is any indication of how that movie is gonna be, because it's spectacular.
It's gonna be amazing.
Done. Let's move on.
Moving on to some X-Men news.
Oh my god.
So, latest reports that Dark Phoenix saga is well underway. So X-Men Dark Phoenix, or X-Men Inferno, X-Men Fire from Above, X-Men
I don't know why Fire from Above.
Fire in the Sky.
Okay, I can see that one.
Yeah. Is going to be set in the year 1991.
Yep.
Which I read an article about it earlier today. I think it's awesome because they're like, oh, that's when Smells Like Teen Spirit came out. And, and that makes sense because Sophie Turner, who plays Jean Grey, is Teen Spirit, just saying.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I just wanted to make you mad. I wanted to make you so mad.
And not the other thing that's making me more mad. So let's escalate this a piece at a time.
Okay.
Because they said it's going to be set in 1991, which they, are mentioning that's when the comic book heroes for the X-Men got their new looks, got their new costumes that very iconically set them in the 90s, and it was the ones that were the basis for the television series, the TV cartoon. And while, yes, that is true, it's more widely known as 1992 when that took place. Like, that's the year that everybody says, that's the iconic one. That's the one where these things like set and it gets, put out to the masses and everything is right there with it. And why not set it in 1992? They even go on to mention that they did it because, this is when it all came out. There's a whole freaking comic book called X-Men 1992. Why not? Why? 1 year difference. Is it really going to be that big of a deal? No. But I don't know. I mean, that's another thing. They just missed the mark. After all is said and done, I've got that rant out. It's okay. It's just a year. Big deal.
Okay, so...
It's a big deal. Go ahead, man. Ruin this for me.
Instead of... Now we got Bryan Singer off of it. Now we got him off. Gross. Simon Kinberg is looking to direct. And... that was like a... That was a pain. That was like John just got kicked in the shins.
Dude, why? Oh my god, dude. I can't even, I can't process the thought. I can't. He was one of the ones that was the script writer or wrote the screenplay for 2006's X-Men Last Stand.
Oh, yeah.
That's got to be one of the worst like superhero movies, period.
That scene where Charles gets blown to smithereens still gets me every time.
What do you mean gets you? Just define gets you.
Like, it makes me have feels. Like, I'm just like, ugh.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, just because everybody's all emotional. Well, maybe because Logan's emotional and...
yeah, you just can't see him sad.
Nah.
That's all it is. Look, they kill Cyclops like 10 minutes into the movie.
No, that's true.
You know?
Hopefully, what if they bring that back? And they're just like, let's just kill him again.
Oh my God! Like right away, just immediately, 10 minutes in. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Like
he's gonna roll over, and they're like, "Oh, Gene, I'm so glad that we've spent the entire, past summer together. What's wrong? Why is the room melting?
Oh my God,
Gene!
Oh my God, it's horrible, man. It's like this is really, really like news that's making me upset. Like, it really makes me upset because these guys had their shot. He had his shot, and he ruined it last time. Ruined it. Eric would know my pains with this if he had read the comic book that I lent him like 3 months ago.
Hey, it's on the list, John.
It's on the list. It's going to be on the list forever is what it feels like.
It's a very short list.
It's a very short list. We'll work through it already, man. Because
it's actually, yours is on the top of the list.
The events leading up to X-Men 137... like Death of the Phoenix. Mm-hmm. It's one of my favorite like comic book series. Like the whole like the issues leading up to it, the story that happens. Like really, Cyclops and Jean Grey's like fight for love and how they are together and the things that can happen. What can happen to somebody so quickly when they're corrupted from a cosmic force? Mm-hmm. Like is the story of the Dark Phoenix and how things just culminate very, very quickly. Because when you read the comics, you'd think, oh. Knowing the story and the backstory for it, like if you hear the pieces individually, it's like, oh, okay, well that, feels like it would have taken the course of time, maybe over a couple of years or something that this would have happened. No, dude, it's super quick pace, like issue to issue. There's like consequences happening, boom, 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 and ending in this event. Mm-hmm. So it was like, to me, it felt like super abrupt, especially when you're reading it in a collected thing. Because I mean, I wasn't alive or not alive. I wasn't reading. I was definitely alive. Oh my God. No, I wasn't. When did it come out? Damn it. No, I wasn't alive. Shoot, I don't know.
You don't even know anymore.
Whenever it came out. Anyway, like the only way for me to consume it, because it had already happened by the time I was reading all this comic book stuff, was to read it all at once. And when you're reading it that way, dude, it hits so hard. And I loved it ever since. And for them to take the story, to call it those kind of things, to put these names on it, and then get the story so wrong, dude, it hurt, man. It cut deep. And the fact that he's the name on this project now, like, dude, I don't even want to read any more news about it. Like, it doesn't matter what other things I like about it. The costumes might be the same exactly like they were in the comic books from 1992. I don't care. I don't give a damn. This guy had a shot. He pissed it away. And he should not be on this movie, period.
Well, the cast is going to be good. Everybody's coming back.
Everybody is coming back.
McAvoy, Fassbender. Jennifer Lawrence, Sophie Turner, of course. Everybody that played Cyclops, Storm in the latest X-Men Apocalypse, they're coming back. They even got Jessica Chastain to come back or to star as a Shi'ar Empress Liliandra.
Yes,
dude. I forgot what part of the story isn't she with Charles? Or doesn't she go with Charles? Or is that like part of like another arc? Or does that happen within the Phoenix like saga?
No, I think it's before.
Yeah.
I think it's before when that happens. One of the many times Charles Xavier has faked his death. Freaking jackass. I hate that guy.
Well, he's right.
Anyway. Yeah, sorry. Man. And no, and dude, and granted, I like the cast, man. The cast is pretty good. I like what James McAvoy's doing with the character, what Michael Fassbender has done. I like Nicholas Hoult as Beast. Like, I think he did a good job. Like, Alexander Shipp for Storm, Sophie Turner for Jean Grey, Ty Sheridan for Cyclops. Like, I think they've been great. I don't like Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique, but not because she's doing a bad job acting it, but because I believe the character of Mystique should be very different than what they've written it, and I feel they're only writing it the way they're writing it right now because she's playing the role. I feel if it was anybody else, they would have taken a dark turn with her already, and I really hope they take a dark turn with her here because Mystique should not be a hero or part of the hero team.
No. She already had her dark stint during Days of Future Past.
That was not a dark stint. That was like all of 3 minutes being on the dark side.
Yeah, I know.
Like, come on. No. That's not acceptable.
Unacceptable. Jennifer Lawrence.
And then the other one I don't really like is Cody Smith McPhee as Nightcrawler.
Oh, for Nightcrawler.
Yeah, dude, he's just a little too timid. Like, it doesn't capture the essence of who Nightcrawler is. Like, he should be full-on swashbuckler, like happy-go-lucky, charmer. Like, he should be all of those things. And there's so many people that I think could have really genuinely played him that way and been really good at it.
Yeah.
And I feel this guy's not doing that justice at all. And granted, I think it is a lot of the way they cast the character and how they're writing him, but they've completely missed the mark on that character overall because I want to love him because I love comic book Nightcrawler and I just can't get into this guy.
Yeah. It's hard. It definitely is like a weird adaptation. I feel like it's the same for Quicksilver also. You know, they've really taken a lot of liberties with the characters. But, you know, it's really hard to say, like, if those characters would still be relatable to the masses. You know, there are a lot of people out there that would really, really enjoy it. But I guess they're trying to get that sweet, like, toy money also. So they have to change it up a little bit. They can't have exactly the same because...
But, I mean, think about it. Like, who right now is buying Nightcrawler toys?
Nobody that I know.
Right? If you make him charming, if you make him funny, if you make him debonair, put a sword in his hand and have him like beat up some people with it. Oh, yeah. Like, dude, those toys would be flying off the shelf if that was the case. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know. I can't get into this. Like, the more the things that come out, the more things that are done, every single movie progressively down because I did enjoy First Class. Like, First Class was good. I felt it was a step in the right direction. It might not have been the same universe as the comics, but it felt a lot more to the essence of the comics and what the comics were than anything that they've done with any of the other ones. Yeah. You know, like the last one that I enjoyed before that was the first X-Men movie, you know, and that was just because it was the first one to be put on screen. And I felt like, okay, cool. Like that was a step for them to kind of get things going. And since then, down, way, way down, up again, and then down, and again, what feels like way, way down. And I don't know. And I can't say that's exactly what's going to happen, but I have absolutely 100% no hope for this movie to be good.
We'll see. It's still super early.
It's super early. You're going to be my shining beacon of hope, Eric.
Because
I'm going to be like down in the pits. And if you like something, then I might take another look at it. But until then, dude, I'm ready to throw this out. It's going to go in the trash bin. It's over.
It's over. We're done.
Can we move on?
Yes.
I'm done. I'm done being angry.
Coming back around to the MCU news, Marvel. So they interviewed Kevin Feige, as they do every week, apparently. He was stating that the hard R's are not as, what's the word? Like hard R's, like R-rated movies within the MCU. They were like they took a hard stance on them. They said no, but now it looks like they're willing to at least bring something like that in. Yeah. But I think because the MCU writing has been so well, they really hasn't had a need to be a really R-rated version of any of the properties that they've come out with. Yeah. I mean, it would be kind of cool to kind of see that, man, like a really like an R-rated Hulk movie, like a R-rated, like, you know, something where he's just like tearing shit up or something, or really just kind of going to town. Yeah.
But see, I don't know if it'd be like the Hulk though that you'd want to do that way. You know, I think it'd take the right character to do the right thing with it, and the one that I can see immediately going that way, and because it's already being done on the MCU side, Punisher. Yeah. You know, because Punisher. Well, they
already did that. They already did that with Punisher Warzone, and nobody saw it. And it was like a genuine, honest adaptation of Punisher XL, and nobody watched it. And it was not a terrible movie. It was a solid Punisher movie, but still nobody watched it.
Yeah, but I don't think it's about people watching it because, or they didn't watch it because it was a Marvel movie with the Punisher. I think people didn't watch it because this wasn't fully established yet.
Yeah.
You know, like people didn't know who the Punisher was. It hadn't been introduced by other mediums, and we hadn't come to have expectations of the Marvel properties the way we do now. Like now, if you say there's a Punisher movie coming out, I think that you get a lot more excitement, especially if Shane, what's his name?
Oh my God. I had his name until you said it. I was like, this is his name, and I'm going to wait for him to ask so I can throw it in his face. John Bernthal.
Dude, all right, you beat me to it. But if John Bernthal is announced that he's going to do a movie, and I think he is that caliber of an actor that he could carry the weight of a movie because he's done movies before. Like this would just be him as a lead in the movie, and the way that Marvel has done things for their universe, their cinematic universe, their TV universe. People would buy into that, and I think you'd get a lot more seats. Even if you did the exact same story, you can take the exact same story that's already been done, put the Marvel stamp on it, put these characters and the people around it, like Kevin Feige, into that movie and say that they're going to be in the mix for doing it, and you'd get people in the seats a lot more than what you would have done before. I think it would have to be like a buddy action flick or something. You know, him tied up with Spider-Man or Captain America or... Yeah, I could see that.
Something where, like, he's not the main actor, like just like Thor is going to be with the Hulk. You know, something like that.
That'd be interesting. I'm not a huge fan of the Punisher, even in the comic books. Not one of my favorite people. One of my favorite, like, panel sequences in Secret Wars, like the newest one, I guess, still, was... when he walks in, it's like the end of the universe. The universe is ending, and it looks like everybody's going to die. And still with the knowledge that everybody's dead and dying and not going to make it, Punisher opens the door to a bar that apparently has like the entire criminal underground that's throwing a party, like, and he just like guns them all down. I was like...
Like everybody's
dead already. They're just partying, and he doesn't let it happen, man. He kills every single person in that freaking bar. I thought that was legit. Like that was really cool. Like it was one of the scenes that I enjoyed. So I mean, if they can bring that kind of stuff over, like dude, bring it. I'd be willing to watch it, even though he's not my favorite character, just because of everything that's going on with it now. But you know, back to your point, rated R stuff. If it is going to be rated R, that's the kind of thing that I think needs to happen. Not just force a movie to be rated R just because you can now. Yeah,
because I think what kind of brought it on was Venom that's coming out and Spider-Man. And they're trying to make a hard delineation between Spider-Man will not be in the same universe as Venom this go around. It doesn't seem like they have any inclination about putting them together right now, but they're saying for sure Homecoming is not in that same universe. With that being said, Tom Hardy's Venom is already slated to start filming in Atlanta in September, which, dude, that's super freaking quick.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we just heard about this. This might have been in the works for a while, but man, we just heard about this and already they're going to be filming like in a few months. Dude, that's freaking exciting, man. I'm excited for it.
I know you're excited.
I know, and you're not.
I mean, I want to see stuff coming out for it too. I'm not going to write it off like I'm writing off like X-Men before it even starts filming. But I don't know, man. I don't like Tom Hardy being cast in it. I don't, it just feels like it's kind of like awkward and forced in, and let's ride on the wave of Spider-Man's success right now and how things are going to be talked about. And I think they're kind of putting the chickens before the eggs.
However that
I don't remember what it is. I can't
putting the cart
counting
before.
the chickens before they hatch. That's it, right? Counting. I don't know. Whatever, man. Don't give me that look. Don't give me those eyes, Aaron.
Yeah, I'm
son of a.
Just putting the cart before the horse. Let's leave eggs and chickens out of this.
I appreciate that. Thanks for the help there.
Into this.
Nice assist. We'll leave them out.
Yeah.
No more fouls.
But you know what?
We'll leave the fouls out of here.
I think I would feel the same way you do about Venom if they said like a new like Doctor Who movie was going to come out. I couldn't give two shits about it, but I know you're really excited about it. And I would give it a chance. I would give it a chance if a new movie came out to the movie theaters and it's like starting off a new franchise. I would give it a chance.
Dude.
But that hasn't happened.
No.
So.
You haven't even watched the first season of Doctor Who.
I haven't, but I've watched those first 3 episodes, and they were pretty good.
That's
I just can't go back. The series
ended for you.
It's been 4 years now, I feel. I've gone too long. The statute limited,
it's too much.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't dislike it because it's Venom. I dislike it because of all the things that are coming out for it that they've said on it so far. Like you said, it seems really quick. Hopefully it is a script that they've had. Hopefully it's something they've curated and thought about and are doing the right way. But I just don't believe that is the case. I believe they signed this thing with Marvel. It looks like Spider-Man Homecoming is going to be a hit. So why not do something right now to make sure that they make the money that they can collectively off of the coattails of Spider-Man Homecoming rather than, hey, this is something we've been planning or thinking of, or we want to take a deep dive into this and this is going to be really great content. I think it's just like, let's put something out there. Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe they will prove me wrong, and I will be happy with that because I like Venom as a character. I like, especially once he turned kind of good, like from that point on, like things really take a sharp turn, and it's really cool. Like the stuff that happens in the comic is amazing, and I would love to see some of that come to life. It just doesn't feel like this is going to be any part of that. And I mean, who knows? It might be. I can't say it's not because they haven't said anything story-wise. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's start seeing stuff come out.
They're keeping it super close to the chest.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see where it goes, which storyline they choose, and hopefully they don't screw it up.
Yeah. Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, my friend.
Cool, man. What else we got?
Dude, okay, so this last little bit of comic book movie news. Danny Elfman is set to score the Justice League. That's pretty exciting, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you like Danny Elfman?
Yeah, dude. Because he did... Spider-Man 2, he did the first, they did the Spider-Man trilogy, and I feel like that's pretty, like, on point.
Really?
As far as, like,
passable score.
Passable?
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, he's no Hans Zimmerman, but, I mean, I feel like he can do a good job. Wait, is he one of the ones that you showed me that was, like...
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah, there it is.
Yeah. Sing the Batman theme song, the original... Michael Keaton Batman.
Oh, that one they write into Wayne's World.
Tales of the Crypt.
It's the same.
Oh
yeah.
The Simpsons.
The Simpsons. That's exactly the same.
All Danny Elfman. Like, what can I say? Like, he's got one thing that he does well, and everything else just sounds exactly like that. And I mean, it's cool. It'll be a decent soundtrack. I don't think he does bad things.
No.
All those are good,
emotion.
But as soon as you start putting them together with other stuff that he's done, it's like, am I listening to the same song?
Those are all
iconic,
though. I think he's able to.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not good iconic. Good iconic is John Williams doing so many different movies, all with different tones. He does put his little signature on them every once in a while. No, that's the wrong person. Now you're thinking of Hans Zimmer.
Yeah.
He puts his signature on stuff, but everything else feels different and different enough. And has a different tone for what he's doing. And it seems like, to me, Danny Elfman, all that he's changing is the tone instead of changing everything else along with it. But, I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's not bad. It's not great news, but it's also like, meh.
It's good.
I'm glad you're excited about it, though. If you like his stuff that much, I'm happy for you.
Yeah, that's good, John. That sounds really, really backhanded. I don't know if I like it.
I'm genuinely happy for you, man. This will be at least one thing you can enjoy in Justice League, because I did not enjoy that last trailer. So maybe I will enjoy the movie. I'm willing to give it a shot because Wonder Woman was so good.
I really hate your tone right now. I feel like
I just have a really bad attitude today. All this news is really like it's just put me in a really bad mood with all this like Dark Phoenix stuff that's going on up there.
Okay, well then let's build up some of the joy in your heart.
Okay,
let's ladle some joy over that dark heart of yours.
You know what's giving me joy?
The Power Rangers.
Yes,
dude, I saw that the other day. I didn't watch the movie. I saw that it was available for download, and I was like, Jonathan probably
digital.
has this already.
Oh yeah, I did. I've watched it like 4 times already. So good, dude.
Those extra features,
man. It's so good. Those extra features hit it exactly like everything that I thought about it and why I liked it so much is exactly what they said they were going for.
Really?
They said they wanted to have it. They wanted it to have a little bit of campiness. They wanted the movie to be fun. They wanted to be nostalgia filled, and they wanted to really diversify like how you see the things in the movie. Not everything has to be like with a dark tone or with a serious tone, or with straight up action tone. Like they wanted it can have all those things if it's written right, and that's what they were going for.
Can have all the tones.
Damn it, they hit it right on the head for me.
Nice.
Like walking out of the theater,
Yeah.
I was in love with that movie right away.
Yeah, I know, man.
Watched it
Pants
4
are all
times
tight
through.
and everything.
I hate you. But dude, it was good, man. It's a fun movie, dude, and that's the point of it. It's just a fun movie. I really like the score. Like the soundtrack in it it's to me it's pretty good. It's not one of the ones that like iconic. This is going to be a soundtrack that I'm going to listen to forever, and one of the ones that's going to stick out in everybody's mind for all time. But it was good, and I liked it. And the more I watch it, the more it kind of stood out to me. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize like how much the theme goes throughout the thing, and how often they use the theme, and how it builds and twists and turns along with the characters themselves as they're going through the movie. And dude, it just started popping out the more I watched the movie, and man, it's just so much fun.
Yep.
It's one of the funnest movies that has come out for me in a long time, and I just really enjoy that part of it. It's so.
What about
cool.
deleted scenes?
What about who?
The deleted scenes? Did you?
Oh, there's a ton of them.
Anything good?
Nothing super crazy. Nothing that changed the story. Like, more of the ones that were kind of changed for time. There's one in there where Kimberly and Jason kiss.
Oh,
yeah. So it's like it's at the scene where
the new or the old Kimberly and Jason.
Or
I'm sorry.
Because it would have been,
yeah,
been Tommy.
I'm sorry.
Kimberly.
I was thinking about Tommy.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
Because I know that I know that there's a one that has Tommy in it in the deleted scene.
Oh yeah, it's just
it's like a little like extra moment or whatever.
It's like half a second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's nothing crazy. Like that was the only thing that was different. And I'm kind of glad they didn't put that in the movie. It kind of leaves it a little bit more open, a little bit more ambiguous to that kind of thing. But it was cool, man. Like the deleted scenes were really cool. There's like 2.5 hours worth of extras.
Wow.
Like just like that's the featurettes, like making of kind of stuff. Like 2.5 hours. I was like, what the freak? And I love that stuff.
I know you do. I know you dig it the most.
Like over and over again.
Yeah.
So, but it's really cool, dude. All the stuff and the work that they put into it, to me, it really comes out in the movie, and I really, really enjoy that one. So, if you haven't watched it, we threw out some spoilers there, maybe some light ones, but I suggest watching this movie. I think within the next week or so, it should be out on Redbox and for rental. So it definitely worth renting it if nothing else. If you didn't go to the movies, you don't want to pay the money for it. If you don't want to buy it and pay the money for it that way, at least renting it. I suggest everybody do it because it's a fun movie.
Yeah,
really fun movie.
It's a good time. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, are you gonna buy it?
I don't know. I'm on the fence about it just because I don't know if Gabby would watch it.
Okay.
If she were to watch it, then yeah, I would buy it. But
right.
I don't know. I'm on the fence.
Well, let us know if it happens.
Will do.
All right.
What else did you do?
Dude, because E3 was going on, there was all this video game goodness.
We're going to talk about that shortly.
And I felt like I was lacking on my video game goodnesses because I hadn't beat Breath of the Wild yet. I just beat it this morning.
Nice. Was it everything you hoped for and more?
Yes.
Nice. That's always good.
After beating it, and this is why I wanted to talk about it.
You felt empty inside?
No.
Oh.
Because I feel like, and it might be too early to tell, maybe I need to let that sink in a little bit more, but I feel like this is not only the best Zelda game of all time, I want to say it's the best video game I've ever played in my entire life.
Nice, man.
It's really good. It doesn't have... It's like I don't feel like it's going to have the same repeatability like Destiny does, and I've sunk a ton of hours into Destiny, but I feel like that's one of those things that I can jump on, do some things, feel like I accomplished a few things every day, and then jump out and I'm good.
Yeah.
A couple of hours a day, an hour a day. With Zelda, I don't think that's going to be possible, especially if I complete the game 100% through. I feel like I will go through and play it all the way through again. Maybe not trying to complete every single little thing like I did this time around.
Yeah.
Just to get through it a little faster, but I do feel like I will play it again because I've done it with other Zelda games, and same feeling of wanting to do that. But damn it, man, the payoffs of how the gameplay is, like you having to figure out how to play things, you have to figure out how to play through things, you have to really invest time in the game overall to get things done. But it's never in a dull way. It's never in a grinding kind of a way. Like you want to do things. You want to explore. You want to see things. You want to accomplish things in the game. And the way the story's laid out, like that's one of the coolest things ever, man. Like Link, if you haven't heard for some reason or another, but Link has kind of lost all his memories at the beginning of the game. So you're kind of jumping into the world fresh with him.
Oh, right.
And then as you go through the game, part of the gameplay and part of what you're trying to accomplish overall is to gain back some of those memories. So the cinematics are warranted, and you want to get to those cinematics because in those cinematics it reveals parts of the story and parts of the background of what's going on. And
That's a good way to play that, man.
It's awesome.
Because it's so like janky when you jump into one of these like established worlds already, and then you have to go through like the training simulator at the very first couple levels, and you're like, oh man, like I got to do this and figure it out. But if you make it part of the story and make it interesting, I think that's pretty cool.
Well, dude, I mean, it's really cool, man. The story's awesome. By the time it finished, I was just about crying, like watching through the like end credits.
God.
And then I thought, okay, end credits over, like that's gonna be it. And then they go into more like cinematics, and I was like, oh my god, this is the greatest game ever. But dude, it's so good, well worth the price of like buying the Switch, even if this is all I ever play on it, which it isn't because I've already got some other games that I'm really enjoying. But awesome game, awesome game. I can't recommend it enough. If anybody's even thinking about buying the Switch to be able to play Zelda and you've enjoyed any of the other Zelda games, 100% recommendation. You know, highest points that I can give it because, man, I feel like it's one of the best games ever.
2 out of 5.
No, you son of a... I hate you. I'm hitting you more and more this episode, Eric, as we go along.
There's a lot of hate going on this week.
Can we just jump into more video games with E3?
Yes,
because there was so much, and we have a lot to cover. And more than anything, we just want to talk about a few of them. And we've already gone, I feel like, pretty long on this episode. Maybe we haven't gone that long. Maybe it's just my imagination.
Your pure imagination.
Yeah. So... how long ago did you buy your Xbox One?
It's like a year?
A year
and a half ago?
Year and a half ago. You just missed out on the Xbox One S, right?
Yeah.
Like, and now you've mixed that on the Xbox One X.
Yes. I don't know.
How does that make you feel?
I don't know. I saw the price point for it, and for
$500.
I know, but isn't the PlayStation Pro like $100 less?
I think so. I think it's at $499.
So... I do have all my games with Xbox, but for what they're doing, like they've done a lot of things, which is weird. Like when I can get into like group games, like not multiplayer in the way of going online, finding like a group of people to play and playing that way. Like I'm thinking like local, like people come over, play like like Rock Band and stuff like that, like
split screen games.
Yes,
or group play in the room.
Love doing that. Bash Brothers, like
Super Smash Brothers,
like Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah,
like, love playing that, and especially if you get a good group of people going and everybody gets nice and tipsy, it's really really fun because a lot of people start talking shit hard.
Yeah,
and it's super funny because it's a game for kids. So I just love seeing adults get heated about stuff like that. It's always funny, but I don't know. I don't feel like the Xbox really brought it this year. Yes, they're going to have a new console. Yes, the picture looks amazing. And yes, the simulated game footage of Master Chief's helmet being assembled looks incredible. But still, that doesn't give me anything really to look for the price that you're trying to ask me to fork over for this console. Yeah. And maybe I'll eat my words later on, but I don't know. It really leaves a lot to be desired for me. I mean, yes, it looks cool, but I don't know. I just didn't get an ex boner over this. What do you think?
I mean, it's cool. Like for me, it's a little bit more. It's just, I guess, a little bit better news because the PS4 Pro. I was like, I'm not getting that. Like, I've already paid money for a PlayStation 4. There's no reason for me to have to upgrade. Like, I don't really care. Not that I don't care. I don't have a 4K TV.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not looking to upgrade the games that are playable on the Xbox. On the PlayStation 4 Pro. I can still play on my regular PS4. Same is going to be with the Xbox. Like the Xbox, you're going to still be able to play the entire library of stuff that you have now. Some of the games are going to be upgraded to be 4K, while the rest of them are actually going to be coming out in 4K from now on. But that's cool for me because right now I don't have an Xbox One.
Yeah. And
if I really wanted to jump into it, and since I'm not going to upgrade my PS4, and I want something that's 4K, I can now do the Xbox One X. I don't necessarily want to right this minute. I have a game system. I'm good with my game system. I love the Switch, and the Switch is 720 in your hands, 1080 on the TV.
Ooh,
you know, but it's portable. I can take it everywhere with me. The games that are coming out are really awesome, and I don't want to fork over $500. If it comes down and there's reason for me to be able to play this or want for me to be able to play this, and I really feel like I need to jump back into the Xbox world again, and get rid of my 360 that I have just sitting there and not doing anything but collecting dust, great, I'll jump in. But that'd be the only reason.
Yeah.
The only game I want to play again is Dead Space 3, but I don't even have that.
You can because I got it still, and I'm finally, now that it was backwards compatible, trying to burn through that a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Did they bring it into compatibility now?
Sure
Dude,
did.
Nice. Okay.
So definitely started playing that again. It's sitting next to the Xbox right now. So.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say it was sitting right next to Dark Phoenix saga.
No, that's in the back row. Underneath all the other comics that I have.
Yeah. But I mean, cool.
Well, let's talk about some of the games that had been coming out. Spider-Man, they did a walkthrough gameplay of that game, and dude, that looks freaking legit, dude.
Yeah, dude, it looks pretty cool.
Like, I don't know if it's gonna be, if everything is interactable, because the way that they were playing it, it seemed like it was more like mini cut sequences, like that Resident Evil game where you're in the bayou and you had to like roll to the left, roll to the right, I can't even remember. I think it was maybe 4 or 3 or something like that.
I don't remember either.
I can't remember. But, you're able to interact with some of the boxes, some of the cranes that they interact with, and taking out some baddies with it. Yeah. So it looks cool, but I wonder if it really, if that's the sequence that you had to go down, or if it's, I don't want it to be just like a plug and play type of thing. Like, that's the scenario you're going to hit every single time,
With games like that, though, I really don't mind being like that.
Yeah. You feel like you have too many options. You can't concentrate.
No, I think there's too many options, but I feel some games you have to play that way if you're trying to tell a story within the game. And to me, that's why Breath of the Wild is so good in what it does, because it tells the story in a really great organic way and does it with a huge open world that you can just kind of go out and explore. Yeah. But not all games can accomplish that same way.
Maybe Spider-Man can. It looks like it's going to be huge.
It looks like it.
Yeah.
Looks like it. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't care if it really is like very linear and very like, hey, you got to go do this and you got to go do this and you got to go do this. That's fine with me. Like, that really, really is fine with me, especially if you get to the points where maybe you can have like a centralized hub and still play through other things and play through other missions. And that's going to be more of a little bit of the typical open world that we have nowadays. And I'm okay with that. I'm totally fine with that. And I just really, man, as long as it's a good game, I really, to be honest, I don't even know if I'm going to get that game just because it's not the typical games that I play. It feels a lot like Uncharted. Have you ever played Uncharted?
Yeah.
Oh, you watched all the walkthroughs? Not open world. You have giant maps that you can do for your actual missions, but it's very much like, okay, here's your mission 1, here's mission 2, here's mission 3, or chapters, right? Chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. And you got to go in line all the way through.
Yep.
So I feel like this is going to be that same type of gameplay, that same type of scenarios going on with it, and I'm totally fine with that. I'll have to see, man. I really hope they put out a demo for Spider-Man, so that I can play through the demo, because that will tell me whether I'll be able to play this game or not and actually enjoy it. So we'll see, man. We'll see how it goes. Are you going to get a PlayStation to be able to play this? I don't know if it's exclusive. No. Is it?
I don't think it's exclusive.
It might not be.
No.
I don't know. It might be one of those ones that just has like some exclusive content on PlayStation.
Possibly.
Just because I think the property's still owned by Sony, so.
Yeah. I mean, just that gameplay looks so legit, man. Like,
it looks cool, man. Visually, it looks pretty amazing. I think that's with the PS4 Pro, though, and doing it in 4K. So I don't think we're going to get the exact same kind of stuff. 4K and HDR. So I don't think it's going to look that nice on the next levels down, like I have right now, or like your Xbox One will have. But like, I think it'll still be pretty cool looking. It's all about those new systems, man.
Yeah. Well, I think this is going to be the last one for Xbox.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, no more systems ever?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Who's to say? I mean, it's really, you can't really say that now.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you can, but who's to say if that's going to be, that's going to hold true. Last of Us Part 2, they just really kind of confirmed that it'll be later in 2017, that it'll finally be coming out. I know they kind of did like a teaser kind of 6 to 8 months ago about it.
Yeah.
So just finally confirming it'll be out later this year.
Yeah, similar kind of stuff, like all the same kind of news coming out. So.
Yeah, for the same thing for God of War and a couple other things I can't remember off the top of my head.
Well, one of the things, though, is Detroit, because that was something they had announced previously, but they hadn't had this amount of gameplay footage on it. Not that I'd seen anyway. And so Detroit Becoming Human... Did you see that? Did you watch that game footage that was coming out for that? Holy crap, man! That looks kind of crazy.
Ridiculous, man.
Like the choices, the way that you can interact with the world. Like, I mean, people have done those kind of games. I think from the beginning, and they've always been cool, like a choose your own adventure kind of thing. Just the way that this one does it, and the way it looks, and the feel of it, and the type of subject that it's covering. Really cool, man. I'm always super interested in that. And it always ends up feeling like the Matrix. And this is the beginning of the Matrix. Like, this is where it's all going to kick off. They're going to black out the sky next.
Nice. That's when it goes.
Yes.
Kind of like Dark Reign and what is that other game? There's another one kind of like similar to Choose Your Own Adventure, but you know, you make in-game choices. But
okay.
But I don't know. It looks cool.
Yeah. I mean, either way, like, it's one of the ones that I again... got to play through it, see if it's something that I'll enjoy. Because I mean, I don't play every single video game, but some of them do look cool, and I'd be wondering if that was one that I could do because it just looks pretty amazing. Yeah. And then we go off to
actually, let's skip it and let's go to Ubisoft.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to talk about,
dude. Okay. Assassin's Creed Origins.
Yeah,
that looks pretty legit, man. I know the Assassin's Creed games were starting to be like Madden releases. Like every year, they were coming out with something new that was a little bit slightly different than the year previous. But this one looks like really, really in depth and total change of scenery based out of Egypt. The way you use your resources in it is a lot different. Eagle view or eagle sight is a lot different as well. You get to actually use a bird that actually does kind of do some scouting for you and stuff. So it's kind of cool. Some of the gameplay on there looks pretty awesome also. So that looks really cool. I don't know. Did you see?
I didn't watch it. I don't really care about Assassin's Creed. I played an hour of Black Flag.
Oh, yeah.
And I couldn't figure out what the hell I was doing. So I was like, I don't have time for this.
But you love Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, sure. I love Pirates of the Caribbean.
How did you not
put that lie into the world now?
It's out in the universe. It's down on wax. It's an industry term. Dude, Star Wars Battlefront, man. Yeah, that looks ridiculous.
I mean, we've already had announcements. We've already had like a trailer. Like, this is the second trailer for it. Did you play the first Battlefront?
Yes, I played it terribly at the Manats. And they were really good at it. I was really, really bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to give it to your niece because she plays a lot better than me at this. But it was really fun. I enjoyed watching it more than playing it, but it was cool.
Games like that, as much as I've never been into first-person shooters until Destiny. And then Destiny's the one that kind of opened that world for me. And I was like, okay, cool. I think I might be able to do some of this. I bought the first Battlefront. I've played it for all of like 4 hours maybe.
Yeah.
Like that's my total gameplay on it. Because I'm horrible at that game. Like horrible.
Multiplayer, all that.
Oh my God. Because that's all it is.
Yeah.
It's all multiplayer online, shooting each other up, trying to get the high score. And dude, I'm at the bottom of the list every single freaking time. Whenever I play the game, I really only play the stages that you can find ships in. And that's because I will go and try to find the ships because I want to fly them. Like, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I do on that game. And I haven't unlocked... I've unlocked like 10% worth of the stuff in there because
oh my gosh.
I don't play it because I'm terrible at it.
Yeah.
All that being said, the fact that 1, they're putting a story mode. 2, the fact that my Boyega tweeted at the game developers and said, hey, Battlefront 2 having a story mode? Like, that's like, whenever you look at their like stuff we've improved, there's always a snapshot of John Boyega's tweet at them asking if it's going to have a story mode because they love showing it and they love saying that, yes, it's going to have a story mode, single player playthrough. Dude, and that's what it was missing from the beginning. And I think we've mentioned it on the show before, but it really seems like they were just rushed to put out the first one, and that's why they didn't have a story mode, and this one is having a story mode. It looks like the story mode is damn good.
Yeah.
Like, it looks really cool. They're doing cross-promotion with it because there's a book coming out that's going to tell the story of the squadron that the story mode is going to be based off of.
Ooh,
so if
that's
you read
cool.
the book, you'll have the background on who all those people are and what they're doing there and what they're doing for the Empire. That's awesome. Like that's really, really cool. So I'm excited for that. I don't take a ton of time to read stuff, but maybe I should, because that'd be, I think, a fun read to go right into this. And damn, hell yeah, I'm getting this game.
Yeah.
Like, even if I never play the multiplayer, hopefully I can get into it. Maybe after playing all of the story mode, I can be good enough to kind of jump in multiplayer and have a chance of not being last.
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. But I really hope that will be the case, because damn it, man, this looks so freaking cool. Like, so cool. Like, I'm really excited about it. And I love me some Star Wars anyway, dude. So
who doesn't?
Right?
Well, let's there.
Go ahead, man. What do you want to talk about next?
Well, let's talk about what is it? TL?
TT Games, the makers of all the Lego games.
Yeah, dude.
What do you think about Lego Marvel Superheroes 2?
Dude, I still played Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Lego games are fun, dude.
Yeah, they're really, really fun, and they come up with some really awesome DLC. I saw a lot of the gameplay for this.
Yeah.
The opening scene or the demo that they have is like you fight a Celestial, which is freaking amazing. Like, oh man, it just looks really good. Looks like it's just going to be a fun game to play.
Yeah.
So I think
you played the first one.
Yeah.
Love the first one. I played the first one for hours. I think that's one of the games that doesn't always happen, but that's one of the games that I do have 100% completion on.
Me too.
Finished everything, unlocked every single character, bought the DLC to get the Guardians pack.
Yeah.
Love it. Love that game. I'm boycotting this right now.
Why?
Until they announce an X-Men character.
Oh.
Until they confirm, at least give me one X-Men character. Confirm that for me, and then I will buy this game. Okay. Until that point.
Well, it's still early out.
The current list of characters has like 50 characters on there. Confirmed. Star-Lord, Drax, Gamora, Rocket Raccoon, Groot, Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, Doctor Strange, Thor, Hulk, Captain America, Cowboy Captain America, Iron Man, Ant-Man, Hawkeye, Vision, Spider-Man, Spider-Gwen, Spider-Man, Agent Venom, Carnage, Dr. Octopus, Mysterio, Green Goblin, Loki, Claw, Enchantress, Ego, King the Conqueror, Ravana, Kang Minion, Mummy, Black Knight, Kingpin, Man-Ape, Black Widow, Falcon, Medusa, Lockjaw, She-Hulk, MODOK, Galactus, Eason, Grandmaster, Yondu, Charlie 27, Egyptian, and Thanos.
They're missing a few people.
But still, those people missing are the X-Men.
Yeah. I think this is more because the first one was so X-Men heavy.
What do you mean so X-Men heavy?
Like,
the Marvel comic universe is X-Men heavy. You can't have titles like Avengers versus X-Men and X-Men versus Inhumans and then put out a game that doesn't have any X-Men characters in it.
Well, because
that's bullshit.
This is all like the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I'm calling bullshit right now, dude.
Okay, well, everybody here has been in a Marvel movie except for Venom, Carnage, Kang the Conqueror.
You've already said too many.
I know.
X-Men 2099, X-Men Noir. I'm sorry, Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Man Noir.
Oh, they even have Lockjaw. Ooh, they have some Inhumans in here.
Yeah, they got a ton of Inhumans.
Yeah.
And no X-Men. That's exactly my point, dude. Exactly my point.
I'm
not buying this. I'm boycotting this game.
You'll end up buying it.
That's $60 they're not getting from me. And they're going to relish those $60 because I'm not buying this.
They will rue the day they cross Jonathan.
That is right, damn it. I'm going to flip this table right now.
Rue this day. Start ruining. Well, cool.
Yeah, dude. Just confirm some freaking X-Men. Just put some X-Men on there.
I think they'll be available in like another DLC pack or something.
That's stupid. They better not be a DLC.
I bet you they will.
Yeah, but if they are, I'm not buying it.
I bet you they will.
I'm not buying the game. Shoot. I'm not buying the DLC.
You'll buy both.
Neither.
Okay, well, let's talk about something that you haven't stopped talking about, the Switch panel.
Yeah.
Dude. Or I say the Switch panel, but it's really Nintendo as a whole. Yes. But it's mostly Switch.
Yes. I think that's all I'm talking about here anyway. Okay, so I put it on our list.
Yeah. Super Mario Odyssey coming out hot. I was kind of like conflicted with the first trailer that they dropped about it. Because I really didn't know where it was going to go, but this latest trailer and the gameplay that they showed was freaking amazing.
Yes, dude, me too. Like when they showed it, I was like, I'll buy it because it's a Mario game and it's on the Switch, and there's not a ton of games out for the Switch, so you know what? I'm just going to get it. Like, oh well, like I'll just drop some money on it. If it's not good, too bad. And then, dude, when they showed the gameplay, when they jumped right into the gameplay for this one, I was like, holy hell. Yeah. Like, this is exactly what I wanted. Like, this is everything about a Mario game that you could possibly want. Dude, and they hit it right on the nose from what they said, because they said they wanted to make something and bring it back to the roots of Mario 64 when it really opened up a world that you could explore and do and see and feel and everything else about it. And I was like, dude, yes, this is exactly what I want in a video game. And dude, man, it looks freaking legit, dude. It looks really cool. Yeah. Did you watch all the gameplay footage afterwards, or?
Yeah, man. That looked really, really awesome.
I just want to become a Koopa Troopa. I want to be a hammer bro. Yeah. I want to be a Goomba. I want to do those electricity lines that he's traveling through. It looks so much fun,
really, really
dude.
cool, man.
And there's like just so many outfits, dude. I wonder if anybody's like actually screen cap those and see how many different outfits you can possibly have in the game. Because they just showed like that clip of like 10 seconds, and it looks like every half second he's like changing outfits. Like, it's legit. Dude, I'm excited about that, dude. I'm really pumped for it now, where I wasn't before. Are you gonna get a Switch to bring this subject back up?
I don't know, man. I'm still on the fence.
Okay, if you believe Eric should get a Switch, just tweet at us. Send us a tweet. We're gonna do a poll instantly. Insta poll. Right on. Just to see if you should get a Switch or not. Right on. And the reasons why, if you have them. Just a bunch of reasons why.
Just a bunch.
Dude, okay, so then they went from Mario or Super Mario Odyssey to Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Did you check any of the gameplay for that?
I did. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't ever think I've really been into the Rabbids series.
Me either. But now that they've mixed it with Mario,
now you're all about it.
I'm all about it. It looks cool, dude. It's not. I don't think it's going to be the greatest game. I don't think I'm going to enjoy it as much as Super Mario Odyssey. But I really think it's going to be one of those ones that I'll be able to just pick up and play. At least I'm hoping. Just kind of pick up and play, fairly easy gameplay that I can do a few levels and then be kind of done with it. Yeah. But it looks cool, man. Like, it looks like it's going to have some comedy. And I think that's the whole thing that Rabbids is all about anyway. Yeah. So for it to have comedy, I'll be down with that, and it'd be just fun to play, period. I mean, that's what a game's supposed to be, right? Yeah, when you get down to it. When you get down to it, that's what it's supposed to be. So I'm looking forward to it at least, and I mean, I think it'll be cool.
Yeah, I'm just bringing it to work so I can play with it too.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. You should get your own Switch, and we can play in multiplayer. And anyway.
Pokemon RPG. Yes. This has been something that a lot of people have been wanting for a really long time.
Everybody's wanted this for a long time.
All the people... all the once, all the time.
So they already confirmed the Pokken. So like tournament battle style play, battling it out with the different Pokemon. So that's cool. I was, that's all right. Like, I don't know if I'd buy
fully integrated with Go. No, actually, I have no clue. That's a lie.
You have no idea.
Yeah, sorry.
That'd be hilarious if they actually did that. Yeah. All of a sudden, you see everybody out there with their phones again.
No kidding. That's awesome.
But yeah, man, it looks cool, dude. I've never really been into the Pokemon stuff. After playing Pokemon Go for what I did and still kind of popping it open every once in a great while on my phone, I've kind of gotten into it a little bit, and people have explained it a little bit more to me, and people have shown me a little bit more. So I'm kind of excited about that one. Like, that'll be cool. It'll be a fun another game to play on the Switch. More excited than that, though, even though that was one of the ones that they just said, hey, it's in development. Then they came out and said, hey, also in development, Metroid Prime 4. Yeah. Pooped my pants immediately. So that was fun. Yeah. But dude, Metroid Prime 4, dude. God, have you ever played any of the Metro games? Yes. Dude, Metroid is so much freaking fun, dude.
But I don't think I've played a Metroid game since Nintendo, like original Nintendo.
Really? Yeah. I've played a few of them. Yeah. I think, original, then the DS. I think they had 2 on the DS that I had. And, dude, those were a hell of a lot of fun. They announced another one for the DS that I didn't put on here because it looks just like another one. So, and more excited, just because this one is going to be another full-fledged game on a system. Because the one for the Wii was really cool. I really enjoyed playing that game. That was a hell of a lot of fun. So, dude, I'm excited for another one to come out and just be Metroid. Like, that'll be freaking cool, man. So I'm super pumped about that. And then the other thing is they showed a few of the demos, or I guess what the content is going to be for the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild DLCs.
I was wondering what all those letters were, and I was like, what is he trying to spell? Yeah. What is happening?
I just put LOZ BOTW DLC.
I was like, oh no, John's lost it. I know he was trying
letters.
To spell.
I don't know what he's doing. All this Nintendo
poor
news.
Jonathan. Poor illiterate Jonathan.
Dude, but it was cool, man. Like, it's really cool. Like, the first one coming out is coming out at the end of July, actually, so not too far away. And it's going to bring an aspect to the map that I don't think they had shown it beforehand. They talked about what it was going to be, but I don't think they had shown it yet. But it's basically like a trail of like where you've gone in the game. So actually tracing your footsteps, and not just from the point that the DLC is released. It's going to go back into like all the stuff you've already played.
Wow.
Yeah, and it'll show you where you've been and where you haven't. So that's going to be great for me because I never remember what the hell I've been or not.
Right.
I'm like, I think I went there.
That's always like my biggest problem with these open worlds is like I can never remember where I've been and
what you've covered.
Oh man, Grand Theft Auto, when I try to go through and like get all the like icons, or like in Grand Theft Auto 4 you had to kill all these pigeons. Yeah. Like I could never remember if I was already at this location for this pigeon. I was like, forget it. I got like 5 and I'm like, I'm done. This map is too huge.
Dude, but it's cool, man. Like that part of it is awesome. It's going to come with a hard mode also, and I can't remember what it was called. Trial
by Fire.
No, the Master Trials.
Pretty close.
Yeah, it wasn't close at all.
Nope.
But I mean, it looked cool, and they talked a little bit about the Champions Ballad, like the next DLC coming out. That's going to be in the fall.
Yeah.
So I mean, either way, dude, I'm really excited about that. I love the Nintendo Zelda series. I mean, I've just finishing Breath of the Wild, man, and dude, that game is beautiful in many, many different ways. So the fact that they're giving us more content, awesome. I'm all for that. They also announced a couple of things like Kirby, a new Kirby game, another Yoshi game. I'll put links to trailers of all that stuff kind of in the description of everything. You can check them out. So that was pretty cool. I did want to quickly mention, because I know we're running already pretty long.
Yeah.
But Skyrim is coming on the Switch.
Dude, and it integrated with freaking Legend of Zelda, man.
First thing that I saw that caught my attention, they're like, oh yeah, Skyrim coming to the Switch. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I mean, this game has been out for a while. I've never played it. I've always wanted to play it. Maybe this will be an easier way for me to play it and try it out. And then they showed Link, real life Link.
Oh, yeah.
Like running in the Skyrim world. I was like, what the freak? And I was like, dude, that looks amazing. That looks freaking cool. And the shield looks legit. And then they showed the sword. It's like a real sword, like what you'd see like they've made with Master of Arms. Yeah. Like, so it looks like that sword, like he's carrying it around in the game. And then they showed a glimpse of his face. That was the scariest looking thing I've ever seen in such a long time, Eric. Let me tell you.
It was like the guy from Minecraft wearing a skin face. I feel like it was very like a Link skin face pulled over.
Yes. Did you ever see the real life Lego guy?
Yes.
That's what it reminded me of. I was like, what the freak? Why would you do that? Don't even show his face. Like, why? Oh my God. It freaked me the hell out. I was like, I don't know. I want to play this. I want to play as Link, but I don't know if I could stand looking at that every once in a while. Like, even if it was just a glimpse here and there, like, dude, I don't want that. They need to fix that. They need to fix that now. Because otherwise, I can't do it. I will not be getting that if that's what it's going to be in there, because I can't. That's too much. It's too much for me. Anyway, I guess we should end on that bombshell. No, I can't say that. That's somebody else's line.
Well, whose bombshell? What?
That's the way another show ends.
Really? I don't think I've ever heard it.
The Grand Tour? The guys who used to do Top Gear.
Oh.
The Brits.
The Brits.
Yes.
No, I can't say that I've had the pleasure of listening to that. I'm sorry.
Watching the show.
Yeah.
It's a car show.
I know.
Okay.
But that's neither here nor there for us.
Okay.
In this platform, at least. Well, this day when this is going to drop, it's going to be Father's Day. So happy Father's Day out there to all y'all.
Happy Father's Day.
So if you're interested in watching some comic book related Father's Day movies, Logan.
Oh my God.
Watch Thor, the original Thor.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Ant-Man.
Yes.
There's a lot of heavy-handed like father themes going on in these.
There is,
Marvel movies.
Yeah, everyone's got daddy issues.
Yeah,
Iron Man, especially 2.
Iron Man 2. Yeah,
was it 2 or 3?
Oh, you know what? It was 3 because that's when he finds the film with his dad all wasted, given the Let me take another drink. Hold on, before we start recording this. Kind of.
Yep. So it's definitely 3.
Wow, damn. Just watch all the Marvel movies if you want.
It'll make a good Father's
Yeah.
Day. There'll be some life lessons in there.
For sure. For sure.
Definitely happy Father's Day to everybody. So until next time, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all as Kenobi's Corner. User at Kenobi's Corner. Find us there on Twitter. Tweet at us. Let us know what's going on. Let us know if you want us to talk about something. Tell us stuff that you want about all these subjects. That'll be awesome to hear from you guys. You can also find us on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Kenobi's-Corner, or you can go to kenobiscorner.rocks. Link right over to that page. Drop us a comment, drop us a like, drop us a share. Drop us a share? Give us a share. Lend us a share? It's one of those things, and I'm sure it'll be right.
Before the chicken, there was the egg. That's for sure. That's all we know from this that
And
we've
the
gathered.
cart before the horse. At the very least, we know those things are true.
All of those things are true and false at the same time. So,
Thank you for listening.
yes, thank you, friends. Thanks for joining us again, as always. But until the next time, enjoy yourselves and each other.